Good morning, folks. This is Judy at Green Pastures Farm. Today we're cleaning out a tire tank, getting all the crud out of the bottom of it. And what we've got here is a tire that's fastened onto a pretty good sized lake up here on the hill, way over there. And so we've got probably 60 feet of drop, and then there's a 30 foot of water over the top of our pipe that's in that dam. So we put a 4-inch pipe in the bottom of that dam before we built it up there. And then I've got two of these big tire tanks plumbed in. There's one right behind the dam over there, and then there's one over here. And these tanks will hold about 1,000 gallons of water. And just wanted to show you the importance of using a big valve if you're going to have a big herd or bigger. You know, if you get up into, a couple of 100, 300 head, you need to have fast recharge. And if Casey drops that float down, there you can see, okay, so that's maximum flow. And when the cows come to drink, there's already 1,000 gallons in here waiting on them. I've seen 25 cows drink around this, and they really can't lower it that much. So that's 1.5 inch valve. So just going from 1.25 inches to 1.5 inches doubles the water flow. And now they've got a 2-inch brass valve out. We're getting ready to put in some more tire tanks. I'm going to go with a 2-inch because that's what we ran through the dam on some of these ponds. And I'll have a 2-inch flow coming in to the tank. But I've seen a lot of people use 3/4 inch, stuff like that, and that's fine if you got a smaller herd. You get into bigger herd, a 3/4 inch pipe valve is not going to keep up with your water flow. And when you plumb it in, that's actually Sack Creek, where that thing's plumbed into right down there. And Casey, you can see right there's the drain. I like a 4-inch drain in my tanks. And the reason, first of all, you can get a lot of debris out of that. And it doesn't take any time to drain your tank to clean it. When you hook onto a lake that's got, millions and millions of gallons of water in it, you're not worried about wasting a little water cleaning the tank. You just let it run and get all that debris. We've got almost clean water in there now. It's taken us probably 10 minutes. If you had a little drain in there, like 1.5 inches or a 2-inch, it'd be hard to drain that tank because you've got leaves and all kinds of debris keeping it from, draining. We put these pipes on here. These are fiberglass poles. I fasten them onto my tank like that to keep the cows from getting in there, baby calves and such. And they also can't mess with my float. I'm pretty sold on these Job Mega Flow floats that Casey's holding in his hand there. That's a polyethylene float. They sell a copper float with this valve, and I don't want the copper. I'm going to use that polyethylene. It's cheaper. I think it's $9, and the copper floats are like 90. So, yeah, 10 times cheaper, and it does just as good a job. It'll shut the water off, and it raises up on top of that. And we've kind of changed a little bit. That big bar in there, it came with a little round rod. And we retrofitted that. We've got that's a piece of it's not stainless steel, but it's I don't know, it's like a brass. It's a brass piece. And that brass arm is super stout. You're not going to have to worry about breaking that. And so yeah, this is, you're only see most of that tire, or half of that tire is in the ground. Okay, so that's rock all the way around here. And then, of course, we've got our landscaping timbers here on the edge. That's keeping my rock in, okay? If you don't put that on there, your rock's going to be gone in just probably 1 year. And this load of rock's $270 today to get delivered. There's 15 tons here. So make sure, this has been in 17 years, okay? It's still here, the rock is. So, yeah, Casey, you can go ahead and let that fill. So Casey's put the overflow in. Now, that pipe right there, we've got that thing adjusted so it'll fill up and it's not going to run out of that. Now, in the wintertime, we can lengthen out our rope just a tiny bit, and we've got flow coming out of that pipe in the winter. So you never have to chop ice You just got a constant trickle of water coming out of that lake, going into that flow, or in that overflow. And that overflow, I trenched it, and it goes clear over yonder to that creek. And so you don't want your overflow coming out around your tank. You'll have a mud pit. So when you plumb it in, make sure you put your overflow, your drain, over yonder. Get it away from your tank. Otherwise, you're just going to have a mud pit. But yeah, we're going to let this thing fill up, and the cattle will have a good drink of water here when they come in here in a little while, and things will be good. Everyone have a great day.